Bullies ripped the quiet girl's shirt at her locker, expecting tears and shame. Instead, what came next left the entire hallway frozen. One single judo flip turned the tables, leaving them gasping for mercy. Before we dive in, comment your city or country and hit subscribe, because this story proves weakness can hide unstoppable power. She was always there, yet no one really noticed her. Hoodie pulled tight, headphones in, books clutched to her chest, she walked through the halls like a shadow. Teachers called her name softly. Classmates rarely remembered it. She seemed fragile, invisible, too easy to ignore. But while others laughed, mocked, or looked past her, questions lingered. Why did she stay so silent, so separate from the crowd? Her name was Lena Carter, and silence was her shield. Behind closed doors, she lived a life no one could guess. Since childhood, she had trained in Judo with her grandfather, a stern but loving mentor who once served as a combat instructor. He taught her discipline over anger, balance over fear, and control over impulse. For 10 long years she practiced throws, holds, and restraint. Yet at school she hid it. To her classmates, Lena was timid and weak. But the truth? She was prepared for battles they couldn't imagine. The hallway buzzed with voices as students crowded near their lockers, trading jokes and weekend plans. At the far end, Lena quietly sorted her books, trying to finish unnoticed. That's when 3 bullies appeared, their whispers sharp, their laughter cruel. One gave her a shove against the metal door, smirking as others glanced over. Lena stayed calm, adjusting her bag, saying nothing. To them, her silence looked like surrender. But beneath her steady eyes, a storm was gathering, waiting for the moment to strike. One bully yanked hard on Lena's hoodie, jerking her back. Another reached for her shirt and ripped the collar straight down the seam. The sound echoed like a snap in the air. Gasps spread quickly through the hallway, followed by mocking laughter that grew louder, harsher, feeding on humiliation. Students turned, eyes wide, phones raised. Lena stood still, chest rising evenly, her sports bra now visible. The crowd waited for her collapse. But then something shifted. The storm inside her finally broke free. Without a word, Lena closed her locker with deliberate calm and slipped her bag onto one shoulder. The first bully lunged, hand reaching to grab again. In one perfect motion, Lena trapped her wrist, pivoted, and flipped her onto the tile floor. The sound of impact silenced the laughter instantly. Gasps erupted. The second bully, red-faced and furious, charged forward. Lena stepped aside, swept her leg, and sent her crashing down, breath knocked out. The third froze, backing up slowly, realizing too late she had nowhere left to run. The hallway had transformed into absolute silence, broken only by shocked whispers. Students clutched their phones high, capturing every second. A teacher rushed in from a nearby room, but it was already over. The third bully dropped to her knees, hands raised in surrender, tears forming. Lena didn't move, didn't gloat, didn't speak. She stood steady, chest rising in calm rhythm, like a soldier at rest. In that moment, every student understood. The quiet girl was not to be underestimated. The office was tense, filled with sniffles and excuses. The 3 bullies cried, stumbling over their words, desperate to shift the blame. Across from them, Lena sat calmly, arms folded, her eyes steady. When asked what had happened, her reply was simple. They attacked me. I defended myself. Nothing more. Security footage confirmed every detail, leaving no room for lies. The bullies had no defense. The truth was undeniable. By evening, the story had already spread. Students posted the clips online, and within hours, comments flooded in, shock, admiration, respect. People weren't just watching a fight. They were witnessing dignity under fire. The school scrambled, launching an anti-bullying campaign that should have started long before. Official suspensions followed for the bullies. But for Lena, the moment wasn't about punishment. It was about showing that silence never meant weakness. The following week, Lena stood before the entire school at an assembly. She wasn't there as a victim, but as proof of hidden strength. Younger students thanked her for showing them courage. Teachers admitted they had failed to notice the bullying sooner. Lena's words were measured, steady. Power isn't loud, it's steady. Silent, unshakable. The room hung on her voice, realizing the quiet girl had taught them a lesson none would forget. Strength comes in many forms, but the most underestimated is silence. Lena's story is proof that hidden courage can rise when pushed too far. Have you ever been underestimated? Have you ever reached a breaking point that revealed your true strength? Share your story in the comments. Someone might need to hear it. And if this inspired you, like, share, and subscribe for more. Remember, never mistake quiet for weak. Silence can be unstoppable power.